Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning and happy Sunday. It is 6 o'clock this morning. It is February 18th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
So Sarah Spivey warned us all through yesterday morning.
Right.
It was going to be cold. And she was 100% right. I was frigid out there. Like, I was just not adequately prepared.
Max does not do well in the cold, even though he's from the Northeast.
I think because I saw 80s on the graphic, I was like, oh, it's not going to be that bad.
No. But did you see the 32?
No, I ignored that one.
Okay.
Just blind spots.
Well, that makes sense then. Okay, yeah, it is cold this morning. In fact, many neighborhoods are dipping to freezing, not only around San Antonio, but across the state of Texas. It's 20 in Alpine, 30 in Dallas, 28 in Junction, 31 in El Paso. As we look a little closer to San Antonio, 34 degrees in San Antonio right now, but I do think temperatures will dip another degree or two here before sunrise. So briefly below freezing in San Antonio. It's 31 in New Braunfels, 30 in Kerrville, 37 in Del Rio, and 27 in Rock Springs. Some folks got an extended weekend, including a lot of our kiddos. So for the next 2 days, today it's going to be cool and sunny. 58 degrees for the high. Tomorrow morning, notice we will be above freezing, but still cold, 36. Pleasant and warmer tomorrow, closer to 70 degrees for the holiday. A beautiful next couple of days for us. This 58, though, the coldest we will be all week long. Those details on a warm-up ahead coming up in just a few minutes. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. This morning, an Amber Alert for an 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham. That Amber Alert's still active, and now we know a 42-year-old person of interest facing charges in Audrey's disappearance. So this man, investigators believe Don McDougal's Chevy Suburban was involved in the disappearance of Audrey. That's her on her screen. And this disappearance started in Livingston, Texas. She was last seen after being dropped off at her bus stop Thursday morning. Despite the arrest, Texas DPS investigators are still searching for Audrey. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office. That number is 936-327-6810.
A Southeast Side home took on tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage yesterday after a fire. Investigators say the fire started in the back of the house in the 3800 block of Meeks Avenue. But the wind was so strong that the fire quickly spread through the attic. Crews still don't know what started the fire, but did not confirm if anyone was hurt.
After years of construction and delays, the project on the west side, well, it might have a big change of plans.
7 years ago, voters first approved a bond that provided money for the renovation for the Las Palmas Library, and 7 years later, it looks pretty much the same on the outside.
So our Avery Everett walking us through the construction update and how the city says rising costs, well, it's making the project change.
It's just giving back to the community what the community is investing in.
Your face lights up when you talk about this library.
I grew up in this area, probably a mile away from here. So I know the value of what it brings to this part of town.
Closed down and chained up. This is what the Las Palmas Library looks like off Castroville Road. And it's all because of an ongoing construction project.
It's going to be great.
People like Delia Ramirez Trimble and Linda Arrange have been advocating for this project since 2017.
We fought for a long time.
But 7 years later, it looks almost the same. Renovations for the library are backed by two different bond projects. One in 2017 and the other in 2022. District 5 says about 80% of the 2017 bond project is complete. But now modifications are being made to the original 2022 bond project.
When we heard that, it was like, oh no. But again, what can we do?
The city held a meeting this week for neighbors to hear updates on construction.
The news kind of was all bad.
Neighbors say the biggest concern is prices. The city says the bond budget for the project is no longer enough to cover everything. And the project is going to take longer. While the list of changes was vague, what we gather is that the revisions include removing a bathroom, window and ceiling changes to the plaza area, and deleting storage and support space for a meeting room. Neighbors say they want more details.
Driving by, some neighbors say it's even hard to recognize that this is the Las Palmas Library. Obviously, it's temporarily closed right now, but it's also worn down. And this sign shows that. Take a look at some of this peeling right here. And that's why neighbors say they're so determined to stay on top of this project.
If you look around this area, you're not going to see bowling alleys, you're not going to see theaters, you're not going to see a whole lot of the things that a lot of other areas of the city have. But this is a wonderful library.
Boards may be up, But spirits here across Las Palmas are not yet broken.
The proposed design changes have to be approved by the library's Board of Trustees, and that meeting will be held on March 27th at 4:30 p.m. here at the McCrellis Branch Library. As far as how long the Las Palmas location is going to be closed, they are expecting it to reopen in early 2025. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. In your morning headlines, the United States threatening to now veto a new possible ceasefire resolution at the UN Security Council. So, UN Ambassador for the United States, Linda Thomas Greenfield, issuing a statement just last night saying the United States would not vote for an Algerian proposed resolution calling for a humanitarian ceasefire. Thomas Greenfield saying the United States is working on a deal between Israel and Hamas, and the United States deal would seek the release of hostages and, of course, a pause of fire for at least 6 weeks.
Officials say a leaking 500-gallon underground propane tank was found at a Virginia home shortly before it exploded Friday night. The explosion killed one firefighter and wounded many other. Officials receiving a 911 call around 7:40 p.m. about the smell of gas outside the home. The responding units located the leaking propane tank, and that is when the explosion took place. A fallen firefighter has been identified as 45-year-old Trevor Brown.
And the latest in one of the judicial matters pertaining to the former President Donald Trump, the judge overseeing President Trump's Georgia election interference case. Well, that same judge now hearing arguments over motions to disqualify the Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. And these allegations, well, they're accusations that the district attorney benefited financially from a, quote, personal romantic relationship, quote, with prosecutor Nathan Wade, who she actually hired for the case. Willis and Wade, in a court filing, admitted to they did have a relationship, but they said it does not amount to a disqualifying conflict of interest and that the relationship has never involved direct or indirect financial benefit to the district attorney. We do expect this hearing, this one specifically, to pick back up before March.
A judge has sentenced former counterintelligence official with the FBI, Charles McGonigal, to an additional 28 months behind bars on Friday after he pled guilty last September to accepting cash from a former Albanian intelligence employee. So during his 22-year career in the FBI, McGonigal oversaw national security investigations at New York's field office.
All right, we're back here at home. We talk about the housing market a lot. We talk about inflation a lot. And that is why coming up on Leading Essay at 8 a.m., we're going to have 2 leading essays today. But this one at 8 a.m., we're speaking with the new chair of the San Antonio Board of Realtors. We're talking about the local housing market, how we are distinguished from the rest of the United States, the impact that we're seeing from mortgage rates, and hopefully we get to dive into the difference between renting and buying, which one is more beneficial, and what the long-term aspirations look like. Time now is 6:08, 34 degrees. I know you're excited because you love the housing market.
I do.
But it might have been a realtor in another life.
I'm just kind of addicted to Zillow and guessing prices. Okay, so yesterday, after the 4.7 magnitude earthquake near Falls City that Sarah Spivey talked about all morning, residents there, they tell us their initial reactions. We'll hear from them after the break.
Okay, and speaking of the weather, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Yes, you're reading that correctly. It is 34 degrees outside. It's so cold, but it's going to heat up. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey how warm it could get in the next week. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. It's something we talked about a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Earthquakes here in South Central Texas. So a series of quakes shaking up part of South Texas. The strongest hitting Karnes County just after midnight yesterday. Its epicenter right near Falls City, about an hour southeast of San Antonio.
So people who live there, they talked to our Danielle Ibarra and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt. They say it's the price they pay for growth.
It's the rumble around town. Falls City rattled by an overnight earthquake.
Literally and mentally, yeah, it was pretty terrifying.
It just sounded like a helicopter going over or something like that.
We had thought that an 18-wheeler had crashed into the house or the yard. It was so loud. It even woke my grandfather up, and he's 91.
The 4.7 magnitude quake, the latest felt in a series of them.
Probably more than 20 in the past 2 weeks.
It seems like every other day there's something shaking.
Some neighbors believe the growing oil and gas industry is responsible.
We have a lot of fracking going on around our house.
I think it's probably the oil and gas activity. I've noticed here off the highway there's more 18-wheelers going by.
It's a booming business bringing growth to Falls City.
With all growth comes destruction, right, in every city. So I don't know, this is just a little different, I guess.
This woman says her busted window from the quake is just a scar caused by the growing pains.
If I have to sacrifice a window breaking to allow for America to get stronger because we have our own fuel independence, and to allow my family to have like generational wealth, then that's the price I have to pay.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
It's wonderful to hear from our KSAT viewers down there in Falls City, because yes, we felt it a little bit here in San Antonio, but I mean, to see a window shattering down there and that video of the pool, you can really hear the earth shaking there. Pretty crazy to see that, the full effect of that earthquake there. Yeah, and you know what? There's probably going to be a few more as well, but as long as the earthquakes stay below a 5, it's not really going to be very damaging, which is, you know, at least there's some good news there. These are shallow earthquakes, not those deep ones that they see often in California. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about the day today, though. It is cold outside. It's 34 degrees in San Antonio, and you can see that temperatures are just dipping below freezing up in Bernie, Comfort, Kerrville. It's 27 in Los Maples, 32 in Converse. So some neighborhoods around San Antonio seeing freezing. And I do think that temperatures will dip another degree or 2 here before sunrise. So we'll likely see freezing in San Antonio. Meanwhile, look at Pleasanton. It's 41. It's a lot warmer in Pleasanton. That's because there's been a thin blanket of clouds over Pleasanton this morning, but we still have a wind from the north at about 10 miles per hour. And so because of that, it is much colder. It feels colder. It feels like it's in the 20s in San Antonio. It feels like it's 28 degrees right now in San Antonio. But as we look at the day today, we are going to warm under abundant sunshine. It's still going to be a cool day, but warmer than yesterday. We'll be at 40 at 9. Around noon, we'll be at 50 degrees. And in the afternoon, we'll be at 58. Winds today are going to be fairly light and variable, up to about 5 miles per hour, changing from the north to the south. So pretty variable when it comes to the wind direction. Elsewhere, it's going to be 59 in Del Rio, 57 in Pleasanton, 55 in Canyon Lake and in Kerrville. The average high in San Antonio this time of year is 68, so we're going to be some 10 degrees cooler than that. It's going to be 55 in Comfort, 57 in Rio Medina, 57 in Seguin and in Floresville, 57 in Pleasanton, 59 in Uvalde, and it'll be 57 in Nixon Smiley. Now, today is going to be the coolest day over the next several days because we're going to warm up very quickly. So if you're not a fan of the cool weather, take a look at temperatures. By Tuesday, Wednesday will be close to 80 degrees, and Thursday by far is going to be our warmest day of the week. I expect highs to be in the low 80s. So we go from being quite cooler than average to much warmer than average in the span of just a few days. And the reason for that is a high pressure system. As we take a look at the weather setup right now across the nation, it is quiet around Texas. We do have some rain in Florida, some snowfall in parts of Idaho and Utah. But as we look to the west here, we've got two systems. We've got a low pressure system very clearly defined by this comma cloud here that's going to be continuing to bring rain for parts of California. And then we got this high pressure system just off the west coast of Mexico. High means dry, and the high pressure system for us in San Antonio is going to win out. Take a look at the potential rainfall this week. It'll be staying dry across San Antonio, across Texas, as that upper level low brings rain for areas on the East Coast and rain for areas on the West Coast. We will stay dry this week and we will steadily warm. As we look at your 7-day forecast here, again, a chilly start tomorrow morning, but above freezing. I don't anticipate another freeze tomorrow morning. 36 degrees, so you can bring in your, take out your plants rather. It's 68 tomorrow for the afternoon high temperature. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to have some morning fog, indicative that humidity will slowly start to rise as temperatures warm as well. By Thursday, we'll be at 82 degrees. We get a weak front that moves through on Thursday. That'll cool us down into the low 70s for the weekend. So next weekend looks amazing. This is going to be a great week to get some of that yard work done, to enjoy some time outdoors. Again, no major chance for rain in the forecast. And guys, we are only 50 days away from the total solar eclipse that will be moving through parts of San Antonio and the Hill Country. Coming up, I've got to look at that countdown, where that solar eclipse path is, and some solar eclipse facts for you coming up.
No, a lot of people are excited about that.
Yes, we are very excited about it here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. Time now 6:18, 34 degrees.
Next, the latest in tech news, including a huge step for artificial intelligence, opening up the door for AI videos. Okay, ranging from a lot of different topics. We'll explain after the break.
Have you seen these?
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Terrifying. But
Terrifying.
Fantastic. All right, take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 983, Fireball 2, Daily 4, 1125, Fireball 3.
Cash 5, 12, 13, 19, 23, 35, Texas Lotto 3, 11, 14, 26, 35, 41, and I think Powerball's almost at 300 mil. 6, 28, 59, 62, 69, Powerball 21, Power Play 3.
Good morning and welcome back. We know a lot of people a little hesitant when it comes to artificial intelligence,
I'm
especially
definitely one of them.
with generative AI at the forefront of pretty much everything we do. And now it's even getting scarier. They're using text to prompt and generate videos ranging from fantastical to uncannily realistic.
It's terrifying, and as you can imagine, there are lots of ethical concerns being raised about this. So ABC's Zareen Shah, she looks into it.
OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, introducing the world to this groundbreaking text-to-video AI tool called Sora that can quickly create videos on command like this.
This feels like a very big moment, a turning point.
CEO Sam Altman stating, "We're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion. This is how it works. Put a prompt into the app, like this one OpenAI featured. They say, a movie trailer featuring the adventures of the 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet. Blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film, vivid colors. Boom. In seconds, the system creating this. Experts say generative AI, like tools already out there by companies like Runway and Pika Lab, could hold major consequences.
It's going to shift everything for us. We can no longer trust what we see and what we hear.
Should we as a society be nervous about this?
It's a mix. There's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of fear. This tool and the others on the market are such concern because of the speed at which the technology is evolving.
So far, the company is only allowing a few users to test features, say they're taking important safety steps, but haven't yet announced when they will make it public.
What kind of impact is this going to have on Hollywood?
Time will tell. It's either going to be a threat and replace jobs, or it's going to create more jobs. You know, these tools still need a human in the loop. That means there needs to be a human that prompts the tool into creating the incredible videos that we've all seen on our feeds this week. And that takes writing and that takes creativity.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now.
Did you see this as a child?
Of course.
Yeah.
I love that.
A lot of nostalgia there.
Oh my goodness. I was just joking. I was like, I'm going to cry. So that was a
He's
look
not
at the
joking.
new trailer for Disney's iconic X-Men cartoon, X-Men 97. It is a direct sequel to the beloved X-Men, the animated series. That show ran for 5 seasons from 1992 to 1997.
Was that on Cartoon Network or Fox?
It was on Fox.
Okay. I remember watching it. I didn't remember what network. All right, so X-Men 97 series picks up where the finale left off. The voiceover cast includes veterans of the original show and newcomers. It will start streaming on Disney Plus on March 20th. I like that it kind of looks, it doesn't look like brand new.
Right.
They kept the visuals similar to something you would see in the 90s, which I appreciate.
Of course. All right, I might have to get Disney Plus just for this.
I can give you my account.
Look at this. Sharing is caring. GMSA Weekend Family. Love it. Time now, 6:28, 34 degrees.
Okay, a mother mourning her daughter paid thousands for a headstone that was never delivered. We found a handful of other families saying the same thing. So coming up on KSAT investigates the company's owner who they say took that money.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. 6:31 this morning. It is February 18th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
Yesterday, did you make it out and about? Did you put the plants away?
I put like 2 or 3 in, but I have like a cluster of pots that just kind of stay in certain areas.
Okay.
So I just throw one of the big, thick Mexican blankets over it because I'm just like, I don't have time to be moving all these pots into the garage.
And the good news is Sarah was telling us it is going to be a quick freeze.
Yeah.
This could be, could be the last of the year.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Max, because we are going to talk about the average last freezes in a while. But for now, I want to focus on something that's only 50 days away, the total solar eclipse that'll be moving through parts of San Antonio. It's only 50 days away. We're going to be counting down the total solar eclipse as your eclipse authority and giving you some fun facts along the way. Here's the first fun fact. This is the first total solar eclipse in the continental U.S. since 2017. Many of us remember that partial eclipse that was visible from San Antonio in 2017. But this time we're going to have a total solar eclipse pass through parts of San Antonio. Anywhere inside of this red is going to be in that total solar eclipse. And the blue is the longest period of time that will be dark from Eagle Pass all the way up to Dallas and Texarkana area. That total solar eclipse will pass through half of San Antonio, the north and west side of San Antonio, all of the hill country in our viewing area, and most of the folks west of San Antonio out toward Del Rio and Eagle Pass. So we'll be counting down that time for the total solar eclipse. Outside across the nation, it is cold this morning for a good portion of the nation, including here in San Antonio, where it's 34 degrees. Cold air mass in place around Texas and San Antonio. It's 29 in Kerrville, 31 in New Braunfels, 27 in Rock Springs. As expected, temperatures above freezing out west toward Del Rio. Around San Antonio, some more neighborhoods briefly dipping to freezing here. Helotes, Converse. The airport will likely briefly touch freezing here. 29 in Comfort and 29 in Kerrville. But take a look at today's forecast. A cool day, high of 58, but still warming up nicely under abundant sunshine. We'll have north winds at about 5 miles per hour. Sunsets at 6:25, and it'll be chilly tonight. Hey, it's going to be a dry week ahead, but coming up, I have a look at when we typically see our last freeze. Could this morning be our last freeze of the season? Those details coming up.
Sarah, thank you. 2 people are in the hospital this morning fighting for their lives after being stabbed at an apartment complex happening on the city's southwest side. So San Antonio police say just before 10 last night, the Artisan at Mission Creek Apartments, 3 people were inside their apartment when a fight broke out. That suspect stabbed a man and a woman, leaving them both in critical condition. Police say the suspect took off. They are still searching for them this morning, and this is an ongoing investigation.
We could say this is another loss for a local family grieving their loved ones. KSAT has identified 6 families who say a local businesswoman took thousands of dollars from them, all in an effort to make headstones for their loved ones. Here's the thing, they never delivered the headstones.
So KSAT Investigates Courtney Friedman has been looking into the company Angelic Monuments and takes us through the claims that have left families heartbroken once again.
24-year-old Rebecca Terrence was so many things.
She was a cheerleader. She ran cross country. She participated in several pageants. So she was a beauty queen.
But most importantly, she was a pillar of happiness in her tight-knit family. She died of fentanyl poisoning in October of 2022. A month later, her mother, Adriana Terrence, ordered this headstone from Angelic Monuments in San Antonio. She was told it would take 9 to 12 months to make and deliver. 16 months later, Rebecca's grave still lays bare.
It makes me feel like I have let her down by not having a headstone at the plot.
Terrence paid Angelic Monuments owner Elena Moreno $3,278 up front, and Terrence said that check was cashed.
My name is Elena with Angelic Monuments. Southside First has helped me in my business.
When looking her up, we found this YouTube video from last year suggesting Moreno's business was at some point running and getting resources from the Southside First Economic Development Council. We called the council to find out if they had heard of any complaints, and they said they had not.
This is a sales agreement from Angelic Monuments that located at Commercial Avenue.
That's where Terrence first met Moreno, but for 6 months now, that building has belonged to another business. Angelic Monument's Google page acknowledges the move, saying it was a temporary closure due to family emergency and will resume as soon as possible. But it never did resume. The current business owner at the Commercial Avenue building told us Moreno's customers have showed up at his door looking for her and their headstones.
Even though I was offering her grace, because of the timeline, I was also starting to get worried.
At that 9-month mark, Terrence got in touch with me. I talked to Moreno on the phone twice in the span of 2 months. Once in October 2023 when she told me she had ordered the headstone. Then again in November when she told me she would give Terrence a full refund. That was the last time Moreno would respond to either of us.
We found the official document showing Angelic Monument's certificate of ownership. On that document was another address, so we went there, finding a row of headstones along the side yard.
Is Elena Moreno here?
No.
Does she live here?
Oh, no.
Okay.
When Moreno continued advertising on her Facebook page, I left a comment. Still no reply. The 3 numbers we found for her are disconnected or not accepting calls.
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages.
She did not respond to my Instagram message, and at last check, she deleted that Facebook page. When Terrence and I looked for the page, we were stunned to find something else. A post warning about Moreno's business.
Oh,
Look
yes.
at that. It says
yes.
PSA. I had not seen this before. This is newer.
Yes, actually, that's true.
Yeah. This is February 2024.
Yes.
So this has just happened.
When Angela Diano's stepson Josh died, they bought a headstone in February 2023 and never got it. Diano led us to 3 other families who say they also lost their money. Plus, a KSAT viewer who reached out to us separately about her husband's headstone. That adds up to 6 families to a total of almost $26,000. Then we checked out the Better Business Bureau page to find 5 complaints against Angelic Monuments in just the last year. The BBB sent us a statement saying, in part, currently, BBB has assigned the business an F rating based on numerous customer complaints filed against the company in the last few months. 3 of these complaints are regarding issues that BBB classifies as a serious complaint with customers. They're keeping an eye out to determine if they need to open an official investigation, but Terrence doesn't want to wait that long.
I filed a small claims suit, and I've got the official receipt with a case number.
And you filed this today?
Yes, I filed that today.
Okay.
Moreno will be served and Terrence will get a court date. She's holding on to a sliver of hope that Moreno will show up.
She should have a conscience about taking people's money. I didn't have money to just throw away.
While she tries to come up with a plan B, she continues to visit Rebecca.
When I do visit her, I always tell her I'm still fighting to get her headstone. Don't have one way or another.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Well, several families say they have filed police reports. We have looked for any current criminal reports, but KSAT can find no record for Elena Moreno has been criminally charged, nor did we find any civil judgments.
That being said, if you've paid for any Angelic Monuments headstone, you haven't received it, the Better Business Bureau wants you to tell them about it. You can call or file a complaint online. Of course, we have that link to do so right now. Just head to KSAT.com. Time now is 6:40, 34 degrees.
34 degrees outside, chilly start. Like Sarah Spivey's been saying for the last couple of days, that light freeze in and around San Antonio. How long is it going to last for? And hey, we're going to see the 80s later in the week. She'll explain when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. All right, so some people in our viewing area, they had earthquakes yesterday.
Yes, in Karnes County, Falls City area. We've got a story right on KSAT.com about it. And some people are seeing a freeze this morning too. Yeah. So, but it's a light freeze, and it's not unusual this time of year for us to see a light freeze. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But first, I want to show you outside right now. Beautiful sunrise. We are going to quickly warm. Right now, we're at 34 in San Antonio. It feels like it's 28, though, because of the winds. It's 29 in Kerrville, 31 in New Braunfels, freezing in Gonzales, 27 in Rock Springs, 37 in Del Rio, 45 in Cotulla. Here in San Antonio, temperatures could drop another degree or two here just within the next 15-20 minutes. But we've seen the sun rise, so we will be seeing temperatures warm up here, but it's below freezing in Bernie, Bulverde, just at freezing, or just above freezing, rather, Rio Medina, and just at freezing in Converse. When do we typically see our last freeze in San Antonio? Well, it depends where you live. Around San Antonio and areas inside of Loop 410, out west toward Castroville, Uvalde, Floresville, Nixon, Gonzales, generally late February. So it's entirely possible that this could be the last freeze for some of these locations. But as you head to the higher elevations, Stone Oak area, Bulverde, Bernie, Leon Springs, Bandera, Sisterdale, Canyon Lake, that last freeze usually comes toward mid-March. So wait a little while, and then late March the further north you go. As for our KSAT 12-hour forecast, mostly sunny today. It's going to quickly warm but still be cool. Around 10 will be at 43 degrees, 50 at noon. For the high temperature today, 58. So warmer than yesterday, but still 10 degrees cooler than the average. And then tonight, temperatures will quickly cool, but I do not expect another freeze tomorrow morning. So if you brought in your potted plants, you can go ahead and take them back out again. Again, I do not anticipate a freeze tomorrow morning. Our highs across south central Texas, 55 in Rock Springs, 59 in Carrizo Springs, 59 in Del Rio, 55 in Gonzales, 55 in Canyon Lake, and right around 58 in San Antonio. Take a look at storm chances over the next few days. Zilch, zero, nada. We are not going to see any rain over the next several days, so take some time, get some yard work done, enjoy some time outdoors. Rain chances are 0, and the reason for that is a high pressure system is going to be moving over Texas while a low pressure system brings rain to parts of California and the northern tier of the United States. That upper level high is going to be fully in control of our weather. High means dry, and high also means increasing temperatures. So as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, tomorrow morning, again, notice we will be above freezing but still cold. 10 degrees warmer tomorrow, 68 degrees, right around average for President's Day. We'll have some morning fog Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as humidity will steadily start to rise, and temperatures will be on the rise as well. We'll be near 80 on Tuesday and Wednesday, 82 for the high on Thursday. A front moves through Thursday, but this one's going to be a weaker front. It really is only going to allow for lower humidity as we head into next weekend. Very pleasant weather next weekend as well. I hate to say this, guys, even though we don't have rain in the forecast, we still need rain. There are still areas of extreme drought up in the hill country. So even though you'll be able to do some things outside this week, it's not necessarily good news that we don't have rain in the forecast.
Right. Still mowing my lawn this week.
Yeah, I think
it got a little out of control.
Oh my gosh, I weeded so much of my lawn yesterday.
She sent me a video or photos of. She got the
It was
big,
so much.
You got to post these on.
She was like, "Look at this
on
big
air.
juicy weed I pulled."
Maybe I'll show it before the break.
Heck yeah.
Before we head to GMA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Time now.
Stay tuned for that.
Look at that tease. We love it.
Pulling weeds.
So exciting.
Just about 6:48, 34 degrees.
Summer travels could be getting a lot more exciting with stopover flights. Add it to your itinerary. I don't really understand, but we're going to understand coming up how you could visit no one.
No, not one.
No, not one. Sorry. Don't visit no one.
We want you to visit family and friends.
We'll explain coming up.
I think the idea is like you can make a layover into like a separate vacation.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. And you know what? Flights are expensive. You might need to win the lottery. Taking a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 983, Fireball 2, Daily 4, 1125, Fireball 3.
I want to visit no one. That's a vacation to me. All right. Cash 5, 12, 13, 19, 23, 35. Texas Lotto. 3, 11, 14, 26, 35, 41. Powerball, big jackpot, almost 300 million. 6, 28, 59, 62, 69. Powerball 21. Power Play 3.
Good morning and welcome back. So if you and the family, you want to travel on spring break, you may want to listen up.
Yeah, so there's now a way to get more out of your vacations that will let you visit 2 destinations, all for the price of 1. ABC's Gio Benitez explains.
With spring break and summer vacation trips on the horizon, you may want to consider adding a stopover flight to your itinerary. Get this, you're planning a trip to beautiful Santorini. Why not visit Paris along the way at no extra charge? It's possible through booking what's called a stopover ticket. Carrie Elizabeth took advantage of it on a trip last year.
When we were going to book our flights for Europe, we saw that it was possible to stay in the cities that we had a connection through. And of course, we wanted to take advantage of that because who doesn't want to go to an extra city for free?
Carrie booked through Flying Blue. That's the loyalty program for airlines like Air France and KLM to get that extra leg in Paris. Many carriers like TAP, Iceland Air, Emirates, and Hawaiian Airlines offer stopovers on their flights, allowing customers to visit more cities at the same price as booking a one-way ticket.
The art of stopovers with airline tickets can basically allow you to squeeze more value out of your flights, whether you're paying for them or using your frequent flyer miles.
So here's how you do it. You go to the carrier's website, and when you put in your desired departure and arrival cities, search for a tab that says Add a Stopover. The stopover will usually be in the hub city of the airline you're planning to fly.
Iceland Air is known for this for no extra fee. So you can split up your flying. You can stop in Reykjavik, which is one of my favorite destinations, explore Iceland for a couple days, and then continue on to your final destination. So you basically get 2 destinations for the price of 1.
For Carrie Elizabeth, she was able to book her stopover flights with credit card points, saving her around $2,700.
Paris has been a dream of mine to visit since I was a kid. The flights would have cost us around $3,000, and it only cost us 28,000 American Express points plus the taxes, which was $300.
That was Gio Benitez reporting. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
If you could, not that hard a question. If you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you visit?
Oh, I know this one.
Okay.
I would go to any of the UK, or I have 2 spots.
Okay.
Or New Zealand. Those are my 2 dream vacation spots.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We're going to just pinpoint New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Time now is, you can bring me with, by the way. Yeah. Time is just about 6:55, 34 degrees.
We'll be right back.